Let's go, big boys. Day 4. Day numero 4. I did miss yesterday. I'm not even going to lie to you. But sometimes you got to flow with life. You got to just go with the flow. We're back, though. I'll be right back. All right, y'all boys. Let's see. So I just spent my morning watching some YouTube videos. And I saw some very interesting shit in my feed. One was about the cultural reset over the past 10 years from 2015 to 2025. And then another one was about Peter Thiel and how he came about and what his ambitions are. And they were each about an hour long. It's very interesting. I realized the two main things really that can influence the world and change it in any direction is two things. It's politics and it's culture. And there's a lot of different things and people and players that influence politics and culture. So it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. I feel pretty grateful to learn and understand these things at 22 years old. I really do feel like it's some of the more important things to be knowledgeable about so you can understand where the world is going. And I know most people go their whole life without ever knowing shit about what actually goes on in the world. They just kind of go through their fucking slave life until they die. So I feel pretty lucky. Very, very interesting videos. I would suggest you guys watch it. But yeah, spend my morning doing that. Gotta stay knowledgeable. Gotta keep learning new shit every day. You gotta know what's going on in the fucking world. Because if you don't know what's going on in the world, then you can't properly prepare for new things to happen. You gotta know how wars influence certain things. You gotta know how religion influences wars and also influences politics and people. And there's a lot of different pieces. But when you understand it, you can see the patterns and you can prepare. So for example, if there was a World War III coming, I would probably know much more sooner than the average individual. And so I have way more time to prepare, get my money right, take it out of banks, stock up on food, go to a bunker. If I even need to do any of that, I would at least know. And the other person's just living their slave life, unaware, because they don't pay attention. You need to have unmatched perspicacity. So let's see what this X platform got for us today. Probably not much. X is pretty fucking boring, honestly. You literally just gotta read a bunch of shit. What exactly do men deal with? Women deal with periods, pregnancy, menopause. What do men deal with? Um, what do you mean? What do men deal with? We literally deal with everything. But if they're asking specifically to have a kid, then obviously nothing. But we literally take care of everything: finance, protection, provision, influence, direction, guidance, dick. Got everything you need, shorty. I don't know. Learning more about JD Vance and his connections with Peter Thiel, and the fact that it's his mentor, definitely puts an asterisk to his name in just the sense of being skeptical about what he's doing, what are his intentions. He got a speed run to the office, and I don't I don't know any of these people, but I like to think they have America's best interest in heart. Maybe I'm just optimistic. Sure, they do shady shit and things that probably aren't in the best interest of America, but I don't know. The thing is, we would never know anything that's actually true or not true about them unless we knew them and formed relationships with them. Even then, you really don't know. So I'd say, like, what do you have to trust them for? Right? Like, you could agree with their ideas or support them. I guess you would have to trust them to do that. I don't know. But as far as a percentage, I have no idea. I would just like to be optimistic into thinking they're America first and being extremely skeptical of every single thing they do. That way, you're at least more aware. You got to be at least skeptical. Socialism. What is the exact definition of socialism? So I kind of understand what it is if it was using a sentence, but I want to know the exact definition. Political and economic theory of social organization which advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned or regulated by the community as a whole. Interesting. In Marxist theory, a transitional social state between the overthrow of capitalism and the realization of communism. Economic equality, but differ in property, governance, and methods. Socialism allows private property and businesses, focusing on democratic government ownership. Socialism allows private property and businesses, focusing on democratic government ownership of major industries for equitable resource distribution. Communism, derived from Marx, seeks a stateless, classless society with total communal ownership, eliminating private property via revolution, where the state controls everything until it withers away. Socialism is a transitional phase of reformist approach, while communism is the ultimate, more radical goal. Interesting. So, where am I reading this from? Is socialism doesn't build anything. Okay. Well, see, the issue with this is he's saying it in the context that, like, socialism is the reason that they were able to build skyscrapers. When in reality, every single country that's led by a different idea or philosophical way of life also built skyscrapers. So just because socialists built skyscrapers doesn't mean it's a good idea. Like common sense, my friend. He's making a correlation that is not the causation. Damn, I cannot spell. That's just a correlation. It doesn't prove causation or that socialism is a good idea. Let me see my notifications. Does anyone reply to would I see that here? Or would that be nothing? What are lists? Curry, stench. I actually don't know about them diplomatically too much. No clue. Bro. Like, dude. Obviously, nobody wants to deport this little boy. But the reality is, you cannot have a country without borders. And borders mean protecting your borders, or else you don't have a country. That's just the reality of the world. And of course, there's always going to be best efforts for this kid to be with his parents or other grown adults where they can just hope that he ends up in a decent position. Some kids get lucky, some kids don't. That's just the way the world works. It's very unfortunate. Nothing's ever going to change it. Bro, what? That is easy. Hell yeah. $10 million to never listen to any Taylor Swift song ever again. Fuck yeah. She got good music, but I don't listen to this bitch anyway. Take 10 mil. Let me see what people say about this. They're just literally walking. There's no audio. Retarded. Yeah, that's crazy. You need to buy these boots so you can step on them. I mean, yeah, I guess they're just living their life, just doing this for whatever apparent reason. I need to watch this for sure. I gotta take a note of that. That's he said he's gonna do the most tax refunds in March coming up. And that's exactly when I'm gonna be knocking doors. So I gotta remind these motherfuckers that yo, Trump just gave out hella refunds. Let's go ahead and get this power washed. Let me see you make that happen, Mr. Trump. Let's see you make that happen, sir. So predictable. Anyone could have guessed he was affiliated with Juice. Democratic Party or Satan. They both kind of go together, but I don't know. Impossible to know. Let's go. Yes, sir. No way. Obviously, it's gonna be a black chick. Obviously, it's gonna be some black chick. Predictable. It's all so predictable. The patterns are so obvious. They're right in front of your face. That is pretty fucking real, Mr. Trump. Some real nigga shit. That ass. MAGA strength. Trumpanol for Trump derangement syndrome. That is massive, bro. Elon Musk retweeting a tweet where he put his fucking link to his website for his courses. Bro, what? Look at all these likes. 13 million people get to see this for free. Free video. It's fucking fantastic. Democrats in the minds of the American public are lower than the Dead Sea. 55 points overall, 61 points with independent. Oh, that's what happens when you try to brainwash everyone and treat everyone like they're fucking stupid. Gay. Obviously. Gay. Super gay. Probably fentanyl behind a dumpster. Nigga, there is literally nothing to do. You just die. Like, the fuck? This is your country, and Jesus just swallows it? The fuck could you possibly do? Dude, they are fucking retarded. They cannot say a sentence without saying like, stuttering, or bro, or accurate. Completely, it's obvious that these two are using the tampon dispensers in the boys' bathroom. The fuck? Yeah, no, literally zero testosterone. Like, I just, they're just bad. Like, they did nothing else. They're just bad. Like, what the fuck kind of argument is that? And you say why they're bad. Just a woman yapping. Like, what are you so mad about, Shorty? Just a woman yapping. What the hell? Wait, what just happened? The fuck? Straight elbow the fuck out her. Oof. But black people aren't racist, right? No, literally. What the what the fuck? Goofy. Dead ass. They wouldn't know, buddy. Muslim woman is very angry because the British government temporarily put her and her four children in a container until she gets a free home. This is mental torture of prison. They should never have offered this ridiculous place. We are not animals. We deserve our home. Ealing Council spokesman said, while we would rather offer people the opportunity to live in genuinely affordable permanent homes, housing crisis means we have no choice but to use temporary accommodation to house the sheer volume of homeless households. I mean, that, that's just, yeah. I mean, this is just the reality of the world. There's no light without dark. Some people are lucky, some people are not lucky. Because for every one of the women that are in a container like this, there are five more of her more than likely that are actually in a house already. There's just so fucking many. So some people are gonna get lucky, some people aren't. Focus on your kids, find a way to get a better life. And I guess this is their way of doing it, so kudos. But it's very unfortunate, of course. They should have their own rooms, they should have their space to play and develop as people. But for the meantime, we're in the container. Let's make the most of it. We're still alive. So I don't get it. What is a poor man called? Go to Sugar Daddy. What is a poor man? A check. Delete one thing from Earth that you think would make it better. I said self-limiting beliefs last time. Goofy. Oh, really is. They have mosques in New York. That's a great question. Why the fuck they didn't just use theirs? The hell? Muslims living in Christian countries. Christians living in Muslim countries. Huh. Shit. Literally. Yeah. I mean, low key, bro. Like, if you look at these Western nations, just how retarded they are. Like, thank God Trump saved us. But you look at the UK, they didn't have a Trump to save them, and they're literally getting replaced. Now, New York, it's not going to be that big of a deal as the UK because we do have Trump, and it's never going to get that bad. But the UK, I mean, bro, they're already flooded with immigrants like fuck. So they're literally getting replaced. The UK white man is literally actively getting replaced. It is pretty crazy. And if you can ask why, I would guess the West, like UK, has all these woke, gay, dumb policies, putting people in prison for tweets, uh, people getting beat for having certain flags, like all kinds of dumb shit. They're being replaced. Whereas Muslims have strong morals and principles, and they believe in their faith, and they stand up for their faith, and they spread their faith, and they're strict. Like they have a code to live a good, decent, principled life. Whereas Christians nowadays seem to just accept literally everything. And that progressive woke mindset just it's not sustainable. It's not based in reality. Whereas a lot of the Islam principles absolutely are based in reality and they're proven over thousands of years because it's how humans have lived for a very long time. In just some of their basic philosophies. I'm not saying I'm Islamic. I agree with everything they have. But if you look at their societies, they're people that are definitely way happier, healthier, more disciplined. They offer more. Whereas you have all these Christian whores that are literally running rampant all over America, just putting a horrible name for Christians. They stand up for nothing and they have no backbone at all. So you get replaced. Survival of the fittest, my friend. Absolutely. They want Sharia law. But all right, boys, we're coming up on an hour. I'll see y'all boys tomorrow. Deuces.